Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Untapped Podcast. My name is Jacob Gabel.
And my name is Jacob Wurtz. Guys, welcome to YouTube exclusive number 11. Guys, if this is your first time joining us for an exclusive, basically what we do in these videos is we do a shorter version of our full-length podcast. Now, we will either cover a topic in a shortened version that we already have talked about, that we are going to talk about in the future, or something literally exclusive to YouTube. So, if this is your first time joining us on YouTube, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for us, like, comment, all that good stuff. And if you have not listened to our full podcasts, go and do that as well. All audios and right here on YouTube. Tonight, we're going to talk about the importance and why you should participate in community events. We actually are coming, literally just now, we just came from a First Form Open Gym, which those events are always awesome. I couldn't even tell you how many we've been to. Probably damn near every single one they've put on, quite honestly.
It sure feels like it,
This was the second blackout one, which also sick.
By far the best versions of it, too.
For sure. We've been able to get to both of those, and they're awesome. So guys, keep an eye out for the stories. Sometimes we even miss the stories when they announce them, but we love going to these events. We love going to the S2 open gyms as well, which you're going to the one that's tomorrow, this past Saturday when you guys are hearing this, or watching this, I should say. But real quick, we just want to hit on the importance of why you should go to these types of things, whether it's our community workouts that we are putting on now, a First Form one, an S2 one, another influencer that you like, or another coach that you like, another company that you like, or a gym you go to, or whatever it is. But the importance of going to these things, participating in these things, bringing friends with you, it's a great way to meet new people, keep connections alive, which we did both of those tonight. Hell, we even got recognized for the podcast, which, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good feeling, you know?
Yeah, again, it's one person, but it's still one of those things where it just feels awesome.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And again, by the way, that's why we tell you to come to these things, so we can also connect with you guys.
Exactly. We want to get to know you guys. It probably feels like you kind of know us a little bit because you listen to us or you watch us, which is amazing, and we love that, and we thank you. But I think, at least for me, the biggest reason I love going to these things is just the atmosphere. I mean, the atmosphere is electric, and not just because, at the Blackout one, they have a DJ and all that, but even at the normal First Form ones, at the S2 ones, I love the atmosphere. Everyone's there getting after it. Some people are maybe just there to kind of be there, and listen, that's okay too.
Totally fine.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating. But for the most part, people are getting after it everywhere you look, and it's also very cool to see all the different types of workouts that are happening. Some people are literally just there to walk on the treadmill, and that's awesome. I mean, that's great. You're getting movement in. There's some people doing CrossFit, which
we won't go down that rabbit hole.
No, we won't. You're right.
Podcast.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
Positive podcast.
Positive. Yes. There's some people just getting a sick pump in. Using machines, using the dumbbells, whatever. There's people doing athletic movements with kettlebells, like we were tonight at this one. There's people on the racks doing landmines or squats or deadlifts or whatever. I think, for me anyway, that's probably the coolest thing is feeling the atmosphere. Everyone's getting after it. Everyone's got kind of a same goal for the night or for the session or whatever, for those couple hours. And then also seeing in one place, one building, one gym, a million different types of workouts happening, which is so cool to see, especially as coaches.
Absolutely.
I love those two aspects.
And I think most people that listen to the podcast, they know and care about the fact that there's fitness is a big part of our brand.
Oh, for sure.
If they listen, they more than likely are involved with it in some way.
100%.
Now, I will say it's fitness is probably one of the most involved communities in every single city. No matter what.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure rural communities are a good example of it not being as big of a deal, but of course. But if you're in a city or in a county or whatever it is out where most people are in suburbs and all that stuff, there 100% is always events. There's run clubs going on. There is different events like this going on. There's companies that put on free events all the time. You can come out to barbecues. S2 does that sometimes too.
Yeah.
So a fitness side of things, keep in mind that there's plenty of options when it comes to the fitness industry and fitness companies in general with that. Now, for those of you that may have family members or friends that they don't like coming to those, they like working out, but they don't like coming to that type of stuff, look for arts and crafts stuff. I mean, literally, there's probably basket weaving community groups and whatnot too. For all I know,
I know I've been to one.
I have not. But I'm sure there's wine tasting groups. I've seen a lot of those on Facebook, which, by the way, Facebook's great for this.
Yes.
Again, everybody has their qualms with social media, but Facebook does a really good job of having groups on there that if you need a community, go on there, find a really common interest, and then look that up.
Yeah.
It's a very easy way to actually direct yourself into a community that way. I actually know a lot of our health source patients who are in things like for example, they're moms, but they want an identity outside of that as well. So they go and do arts and crafts with their friends, or they do different stuff like just hanging out with other moms while the husbands or other family members watch the kids and whatnot. And they spend time like that, setting that up because they were active in their community.
Yeah.
So it's not always Facebook either.
Sure.
It's always it's even talking to your neighbors.
Well, it's kind of funny. I just thought of this, like literally tonight as we're recording this, all the moms on the street I live on, they're all at one house right now playing bunco. And they do it like once a month or something like that.
Love it.
It's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude,
right,
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, the point of the matter is that there's plenty of options for it.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people with community, they don't know where to start. And if you aren't confident enough to go up to somebody and ask them in your neighborhood, for example, or in your apartment building, or whatever you live in, condo, at work, whatever it is, one, it's good to build that confidence by just getting outside the comfort zone, asking one person.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that confidence, go to that Facebook group first. Hey guys, I'm new here. I just moved to Austin, Texas. Yeah. Whatever it is, what do they have here? Which Austin, Texas has plenty, as we know from our buddy Colin, at least we've seen. But
actually, that's another way that we're in a different community. I just saw your hat, VFS. We're in a book club. You guys probably think of us as kind of two meatheads, and we kind of are. But
there's an aspect of that for sure.
But we're literally in a book club. Yep. That we read a book every month, and some very different types of books as well.
Got to keep the old coconut sharp. You know what I mean?
Something like that anyway. Yeah. We might need to read 2 books a month then.
But, 2 bars goes up.
But even something like that. He just mentioned all these things, guys. While we're kind of focusing on the fitness aspect, because that's what we just did tonight, and that's what we do. There's a group and a niche for everything. And again, Facebook's a great example. Last week on the exclusive, we talked about 75 Hard, obviously. We talked about the Facebook group for 75 Hard. And it's a great Facebook group. I know we had some, kind of qualms.
A couple different
we
examples.
We had some bad examples. Well, they were good, but bad examples from that group. But as we stated multiple times in that episode last week, overall, it's a very positive and very productive group. So whether it's the basket weaving or, card games, or I'm trying to think of random things, book club, what do people do? The wine and painting thing? Like those classes, cooking classes. Like there's groups for everything. There are classes.
Coffee.
There are community events for everything is the point. And I'm glad you brought up have the confidence to go up to people. Funny enough, tonight I froze.
Oh, and then it froze me because I was like, I guess we're not talking to this guy.
At this specific open gym, there were a bunch of the first form athletes there, and one of the guys that we've kind of known who he is for a really long time because he's involved with another brand that we really enjoy. We were playing basketball, and I was gonna go up and talk to him, and then I don't know why I froze, and usually I'm not like that.
No, never.
I'll give myself some credit. I'm pretty good at going up and talking to people.
It might have been because he was double your size.
Maybe even more than double. That was freaking enormous. Gosh, damn. Huge.
Austin, if you're listening to this, sorry we're being so weird about it.
It was impressive. But even us two who are very social guys, we freeze at times. But the point is, overall point here, go to community events, participate in those, and try to meet new people because you're going to realize how similar your interests are.
The thing is, what I'll end off with is we're on our end of things. I know you guys really want to be involved in our community stuff. We get a ton of interest in that. Had to cancel the last one, which sucked. I mean, I felt awful that we had to do that because of how bad the weather was. But point remains is that we will, if you guys are looking for stuff with us, we will continuously be doing that.
Absolutely.
So we're going to increase the frequency of it. At minimum, we're aiming for once a month. So it's one of those things, guys. Keep an eye out on our stories. We'll tag you guys in it if it really comes down to that and whatnot too. Like we can do that as well. But yeah, I mean, that's so on our end of things, we'll be putting out community stuff if you're looking for it. Again, if you're in St. Louis, Missouri, obviously, if you want to travel in.
Great.
Cool. We're happy to have you. But yeah, I mean, on our end of things, that's our community side. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's YouTube exclusive number 11. Keep an eye out next week for episode 150 of the Untapped Podcast. 150. Yeah. We have something extremely special coming your guys' way. We are very, very excited about this episode. We've had it planned for a long time now.
More than half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So keep an eye out for episode 150 next week. If you have not listened to last week's YouTube exclusive number 10 is live, 75 hard gut check. A lot of you are getting close to finishing 75 hard. Those of you that started at the beginning of the year. So go and check out that episode. And the previous week, episode 149 of the Untapped Podcast. If you have not gone and listened to that, go and do so. That is with our wonderful friend, Mr. Estevenson Coleman.
Smooth.
Talk all about his story coming from Haiti, talk about his new book, and plenty of laughs throughout the episode.
Plenty.
So, a few bits of homework for you guys to go and do, and then again, look out for episode 150 next week. We are very, very excited. Guys, until next time, peace and love.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.